I've got some books to show you. This is Arn Pryor. It's massive! How good is this looking? I'm very happy about it. Hello and welcome to another bookish video from me, Hannah, me, my dog and books. Patty's in the room. We just had a wee accident in the house, which I'm annoyed about because clearly I didn't get down in time from upstairs to let her out. Honestly. Plus, I think she's got a bit of a dicky belly because I got slightly different shoes to what they normally get. Anywho's, notyourproblem.com. I have been putting up my hanging bats. As you can see, we have the autumn ambience, and to be honest, it's a wee bit of a quiet weekend vlog. Well, I say that. Tomorrow I'll be taking you to the pumpkin patch. We'll be pumpkin patch where we'll pick our pumpkins. There she comes, wee poo monster. I'm taking my friend and both doggos are coming with us, so it's an early morning one. Got a slot 9 to 11 I think, so I'm looking forward to that, so I'll take you to that. I have just finished The Book of Witching by CJ Cooke. That is my first CJ Cooke, so I'll talk to you about that later on because I'm going to meet my friend for coffee. Patty is clearly trying to make up for her poo accident. If I do, look. The funny thing is, right, sorry to talk about, but see if it happens and I'm not in the house, the OH literally, I don't know, like if he's walking the dogs, he can pick up their toilet, but if we have an accident in the house, it's almost like he's about to have, like, he just can't, he's like, ooh. Anyway, don't want to start the day with that. I'm also still reading this, so I want to get stuck into this more today because I've not really progressed it much this week. It's been a busy old week, but yeah, we're just going to sit and read. I'm going to read this new thriller that the author sent me on to read. I think it's out on the 14th of October. I'm about 30% in. It's a decent good page turner. I'm not really sure where it's going to go yet, but I'll keep you posted. That's me just heading out to meet my friend for coffee, and it's quiet. We always meet at like 9:30 because we're early birds. So meeting for coffee, and then there will be a trip to Waterstones, which I'll share, but I'm currently on a ban for buying books, so we are merely browsing unless I've got enough on my, what do we call it? No, points, that's, anyway, I'll take some video. So me and my friend went to Cosy at Glasgow Fort, which has just had a refurb, and I'm loving the space. Then, of course, we went to Waterstones. I had to have a good look around all the new books. Quite a few I hadn't seen before, so there was new fiction. Look at this cat one. I love it. And then new non-fiction. There wasn't anything that caught my eye there, if I'm honest. Always have to look at the deals, but my favourite section, well, apart from horror, is the new books. Always love a slow and steady browse of the shelves. Do you spot any that you like or have on your own TBR? Let me know. Oh, look at that haunted house one. How to Save the Internet. Oh no, it's by Nick Clegg, no. Look at this. This looked too cute. A library at Christmas. Yes please. And I don't know what else is spotted. Oh, done, worthy, loved it. So I went and had coffee, as you'll have seen. Then I went to Waterstones for a browse, and I got a free book. I was browsing loads of stuff and went up to the horror section, and there was a book I really wanted, and I had enough points on my card, so I never bought anything, yay me, and bought it from that. So we're about to take the doggos, Lissy and Patty, to the country park, for a walk in the autumnal woods. So we'll get some pictures there. Then I'll show you the book I got from Waterstones, and also the fact that I am making potato leek soup. Oh. Oh. Cyclist. Oh. The wrong side. Come on. There's a big stick, Patty. You gonna get a big stick? You did.
Come on.
Come on. Oh, love autumn. Good kiddos. Look at Lucy, always never listening to me, any. But she's on a lead. There we go. And then you can get a photo. Oh, autumn. Autumn. Actually, should we turn round for the photo? So this is my potato and leek soup, which I made. Actually, it wasn't in this. I got it from BBC Good Food. It's pretty much potato, onion, garlic. I put a wee bit of rosemary, I didn't ask for that. And leek, obviously, veg stock. I'm just going to put a bit of pepper in it. I'm a wee bit windswept after my dog walk. How lovely was that dog walk? It's autumn. Patty Cakes was on leash. Off leash. Lucy always on because she's a beagle who follows her nose, not her owners, and is also mostly deaf now, so she doesn't get off, but she doesn't mind so much. So we're going to have some soup to warm us up, get some washing to put on, and then I'll check in later because, oh wait a minute, look. I was doing this, wait till you see my cross stitch progress. I think you'll be impressed. I'm impressed. Okay, because it at least looks like something now. It's a cauldron. It's my Halloween one. Caterpillar cross stitch because we've got a subscription with them. I'm loving doing it. I was actually doing that whilst watching Monster, the Ed Gein story. 2 episodes of, which was a bit terrifying. But good in a true crime addicted way. So look at Lucy. So Patty is knackered. And so is Lucy Lou. Let's see. There you go. So ready for a snooze. Oh, the only thing about cross stitching is you find random bits of thread all over the place. Honestly, I don't know what's going on with this. This is my hair out when it's outside. I don't know why I bothered doing it. Anyway, let me, actually, if I remember, I'll put the, what's it called, recipe for the potato soup, leek and potato soup, in the description. So it was time. It was pumpkin patch time, and my amazing friend Rachel came with me and Lucy and Patty, and honestly the dogs were so excited. This is Arnprior. I can never say it right, so don't laugh. You just pay for your car to get parts and you get money off a pumpkin. And honestly, we went on Monday and it was just so filled with families and people with dogs. Oh, Patty, come on, we're on camera. Oh, and look at this. There was a choo-choo, and this amazing pumpkin sculpture. I wanted to go inside it.
And here people were queuing to fire cannons at pumpkins, which was fun. Huge pumpkin stack. Honestly, there was so much to see. We were like trying to take pictures, and there was tons of dogs, as you can see. Sausage! That sausage had bat wings on, and there was marshmallows and donut stalls. And then we were looking over it, like there was so much to see. I felt super overstimulated. The dogs had sensory overload in the nicest way possible. So as you can see, there was this little dog here, but in here was like a where you could sit and like have tea, coffee, or whatever you'd maybe bought from the street food places, and a craft stall. And look at these guys, too cute, honestly. So we went to get the pumpkins, and I loved this sign. I loved it. And then hocus pocus, I need coffee to focus, was our way up there. But then we met this wee guy. I can't remember his name, but he was an 8-month-old puppy, and he was absolutely adorable. So I got a wheelbarrow, excuse the poo back, and this was our journey. My lovely friend Rachel was looking after the doggos, and we went up and down the pumpkin patch. There was so much to pick from. Like, we were in our absolute element. I mean, look at it. Then amazing pumpkin signs. I love this so much, honestly. It's my Christmas. And then we stopped here. So I got a pumpkin spice oat latte, and my friend got mushroom, like I had a mushroom fluff toasted on top of our hot chocolate. And then we got the dogs some puppuccinos. My lovely friend Rachel bought Patty and Lucy a puppuccino. I was at the pumpkin patch, as you saw, my friends. It was so much fun. And look at this one. Oh, no, wait a minute. Stop tracking me. Let's see. This sleepy. Can you hear her snoring? They are absolutely out for the count. So let me show you, since you're following me. Oh, excuse the dirt. All the washing is everywhere. I've actually just put another washing on. But we came home. I was so knackered. I think I was just overstimulated. I'm not going to lie. Overstimulated by the joy of all the... I don't know where I've gone. Where have I gone? There we go. Right, I'm taking you into the front door because this is where I've still got the pumpkin. So, bring you up here. I'm just like in my porch. What's that all about? Wait till you see the size of this. I need 2 hands. It's massive. It needs a good wash. And then I need to learn to carve it. Now, normally I get the wage to do this kind of stuff. I might put that back in the car. I normally get the wage to do this kind of stuff, right? But he's like, it's quite tiring work doing, wait to see patty cakes. Right, we were sitting down here. I was sitting down here making a list. Oh, here I am. Follow me. There with Patty. She's tired until she sees you and she wants to lick your face. Where are we, Patty? Oh, she's there. I don't know what I'm doing with this. Woo! Oh my God. I'm probably making you guys very nauseous with the way that I'm moving this camera. Am I? Right. Oh my God. I think my phone battery's dead. Wait. I've got some books to show you because my horror book subscription came in, but also there was one that I picked up. Where did I pick it up? I think I bought it for points somewhere, but I can't remember. And look, how good is this looking? I'm very happy about it. So still got Trick or Treat to go here, and like a witch's hat or something up there, so I'll keep you posted. Can I possibly finish this before Halloween, or will I fail once again? Who knows? Right, the books I got. Book 2, the follow-up to The House in the Cerulean Sea, which I loved. I've read it twice. Spreadsheets. This is book 2, Somewhere Beyond the Sea, which reminds me of the film Ellie Story with Somewhere Beyond the Sea.
somewhere waiting for me. This is why I'm not a singer. But that song reminds me of, I just said his name, Steve, no, Cheaper by Steve Martin. Folks, as I venture through perimenopause and the brain fog and the years of what's to come, should I continue these YouTubes where I can barely remember basic words or anything I'm trying to tell you, because I'm thinking this must get boring at some point. Anyway, Steve Martin, LA Story. The song in that is Somewhere Beyond the Sea. That may not be the name of the song, but that's what the song is, and that's what it reminds me of. It's got nothing to do with me telling you the book. So, because I've not got the varifocals on, I've just got my single visions, because it went with the pumpkins. It says, 1 magical family, 2 dedicated guardians, 6 dangerously gifted children. Arthur Parnassus has built a good life on the ashes of a bad one. He's headmaster at an orphanage for magical children on a peculiar island, assisted by the love of his life, Linus Baker. They're so cute. And together, they'll do anything to protect their extraordinary and powerful charges. However, when Arthur is forced to make a public statement about his dark past, he finds himself fighting for those under his care. It is also a fight for the better future that all magical people deserve. By the way, I think this is a book, and TJ Klune has confirmed it. It's about a book about being different, about not fitting in, by not being normal, whatever that means. And so this is what I love about this story. When a new child joins, one who thinks he's a monster, Arthur knows they've reached breaking point. Challenged from within and without, their volatile family might grow stronger, or everything Arthur loves could fall apart. And I'm hoping, based on The House in the Cerulean Sea, this has a happy ending, or I will be very upset. Very upset. If you've read it already, let me know. Then, yes, I got a duplicate. This is what happens when you pre-order horror books and you're also a horror book subscriber. This is Chuck Tingle's Lucky Day. I love Chuck Tingle's books, not his alien weird erotica. That's not my genre, but if you do love them, I don't judge. You do you. I'm here for all the genres. It's just not me, but I prefer his like queer horror. They always have great characters, a touch of humour, as well as amazing social commentary. This one is based in Vegas. It just sounds like a really wild ride. It's a transcendent bisexual fantasia. Prepare to be astonished, says the blurb. So if I talk about this one a little bit in my spooky season TBR, or my wildly over optimistic TBR, it's in there. But now I have 2. But my lovely friend Bethany does not have this book, and we do often do buddy reads, so I'm going to send that to her. So it is not wasted. A book gift for someone else. And then this one came in, which I'd never heard about. And then one of my lovely friends, now forgotten, because clearly I have the memory of Dory from something Nemo? Finding Nemo! Oh my God! It's called Blood Like Mine by Stuart Neville. I've never read a Stuart Neville. This could be my first. I think it might be a thriller as opposed to a horror. So sometimes I do get like dark thrillers and a new horror, and then there'll be a second-hand book. So it says, Special Agent Mark Donner of the FBI has been tracking a serial killer for 2 years. Serial killer books. Would you like a series on serial killer books? Because I feel like I really want to deep dive into serial killer books. So yeah, let me know. Anyway, a murderer who kills only men. All of them with their throats open and their body is bled out. The killer leaves no trace and no clues. Donner believes that he's on the trail of a middle-aged woman who often possesses a child online to lure in her prey. Oh no! Doesn't often possess a child. She often poses as a child to lure her men online. But it's never been enough to track her down until now. And so begins a cat and mouse game between Donner, Rebecca and Moonflower. But who's the actual hunter and who's the actual prey? For perhaps Moonflower isn't the child that her mother claims she is. As Donner puts everything on the line to capture them, perhaps he isn't prepared to face what is really out there. Now, you've just learned about the synopsis at the same time I have, because I just put it on the table and hadn't read it. And this sounds blooming good. Bloody good, if you ask me. So, 3 new books, one I've already got, because my bad. And I'm excited for them all because I've not read any of them. So that there is what's happening. And I have one other thing to show you. 2 seconds. So while I went upstairs to look for the book that I wanted to tell you about, I was thinking, do you want to see me carving the pumpkin in one of my weekend reading vlogs? Let me know. It could be dangerous. Because I'm not very good. Like, I literally cut the tip of my thumb when I was making that potato meat soup. That's all we have to say. Anyway, this book is by the author of Boys in the Valley, which I've heard good things about. I may possibly own it. Unconfirmed. But I've seen this book doing the rounds on TikTok and Instagram recently, and the title lured me in. And I was told by the beardy bookseller who works in Waterstones at the Fort in Glasgow that he also purchased this, and is very, by the way, beardy bookseller is his Instagram handle also. I don't go about because he's got a beard, called him the beardy bookseller. That is his own name, on just in case. Anyway, Christina Henry, who I've actually just mentioned in the books I'm excited about before the end of the year video that I just recorded for you, that will hopefully come up before this one. I should really stay on track and stay focused. Anyway, Christina Henry says this is a wholly original slasher, and it is called The Autumn Springs Retirement Home Massacre. Now first, can we just adore the cover and the title? And the blurb here by Tananarive Love says diabolically delightful, right? So let's see if I can read you the synopsis before my battery runs out. Rose Dubois is not your average final girl. Sorry, I can't see it with these ones. Rose is in her late 70s, elderly protagonist, here for it, living out her golden years at the Autumn Springs retirement home. When one of her friends dies alone in her apartment, Rose isn't too concerned. Accidents happen, especially at this age. Then another resident drops dead, and another. With bodies stacking up, Rosie can't help but wonder, are these accidents, old age, or something more sinister? Together with her best friend Miller, Rose begins to investigate. The further she digs, the more convinced she becomes there's a killer on the loose at Autumn Springs. And if she isn't careful, Rose might be the next victim. Like I say, there is like Stephen King. Oh no, there's a quite well-known author blurbs, but for his last book, Boys in the Valley, which is fair dozios, but I'm here for this. If you've read this, let me know in the comments. This is absolutely getting read this spooky season, no matter what. No matter what. I'm here for it. Anyway, friends. Oh, don't know if Lucy's joining us. You see her? There she is. They're a tired bunch of pups after all the sniffing about, all the pumpkin patch fun. Absolutely exhausted. And so am I. So how I managed to record a video for you and finish the weekend reading vlog, I have absolutely no idea. But friends, sorry to interrupt, but it's editing me from the future, who was editing this weekend reading vlog and realised I totally forgot to speak to you about the Book of Witching by C.J. Cooke. Sorry. So, and it wasn't because it wasn't a good book. It was a very good book. This is my first ever C.J. Cooke. I've only ever heard good things about her. Normally from Carly, the Pastel Bookshelf, because she absolutely loves this author. Now, what I hadn't realised until I delved into this author is that she's Scottish, and this book is set in Scotland. It's actually set in 2 different places in Scotland over 2 different timelines. It's set in Glasgow in 2024 and the Orkney Islands in 1594. So modern day timeline, we have Clem, whose daughter is currently in a coma after an accident visiting Northern Ireland. And then in 1954, we have Alison, who's accused of witchcraft and she's waiting trial in prison. So it's going between those two timelines, and you soon find out that Clem's daughter, who, as she comes round, thinks she's someone called Nyx, NYX, as opposed to herself. And the people that she was on holiday with in Orkney, one is missing and her boyfriend is dead. So, as you can imagine, there's a lot of suspicion. Then we jump back to 1594 and there's accusations that Alison is a witch and obviously awaiting to possibly be burned alive. And so what it says here, just to keep me right, is Clem and Alison unlock centuries old. Can Clem from 2024 and Alison in 1594 unlock a centuries old mystery? And will Finhallow Bay, which is where Clem's daughter, who had the accident, happened, give up the secrets before someone else dies? This was really gripping. I love it being set in Scotland. I loved the story around witchcraft or the persecution of witches in the Orkney Islands. In actual fact, although Scotland was, I think, probably worse than Salem in respect of witch trials, it was mostly mainland Scotland. A lot of the islands didn't punish a lot of that type of pagan spirituality. The Isle of Skye was one of the places where you were least, it was kind of embraced to an extent, I think. I loved the switching between the timelines and the place and the mystery. Like, it was, I really enjoyed C.J. Cooke's writing. I probably didn't wholly love it as much as Carly does, like mega 5 stars, I think, but a really solid 4-star read. I really, really enjoyed it. Then the other book I'm currently reading is The Long Walk by Stephen King. I'm halfway through now. It's actually not a very big one compared to some of Stephen King's books, and I'm really enjoying it. It's not a horror, albeit the premise is horrific. 100 young men are walking non-stop, cannot drop below 4 miles an hour or they will be shot dead effectively, and they are on this long walk, which is some sort of dystopian near future America competition that young men do or apply to do until only one is remaining, and they win pretty much anything they wish for the rest of their life, right? Sounds like a great prize, but you have to beat 99 other people. And at the moment, I'm actually really enjoying the writing. It's hugely accessible, and as Stephen King has an amazing ability for, the characterization is great. So the main character in this is Ray Garrity. He's only 16 and he's joined this walk at the start, and then it's almost his conversation and relationship with those close people around them as they start to rank up the miles, and people, if they slow down or stop, will get 2 warnings, and then on their 3rd warning they're pretty much shot dead. And then they have, is it a captain? Can't remember if that's what they refer to. The kind of like high level soldier and they have these soldiers who are monitoring their movement as they go through, and you have the crowds of people that are watching them at different parts of the walk. This is fascinating and disturbing in a non-horror way, if that makes sense, because it would not surprise me if in some place in the world in the future this became some sort of reality TV programme. The movie came out last month, I think, so as soon as I've finished the book I want to read the movie. So yes, apologies friends, I forgot to give you those updates while recording my weekend reading vlog. So back to past me, who will finish up the vlog idea. But friends, I want to say thank you as always for watching, for liking, for commenting. Please do carry on in the comments. I do chat, I promise. I'm just sometimes not the fastest, but I will always reply. And it's also good to chat in the comments, carry on the book chat in between videos. And if you don't already, please do subscribe, ding, ding, ding. I don't know why I did that, but yeah, it helps my channel and I really, really appreciate it. But to be honest, right, as long as I have all you guys still as my friends, I don't mind. It's not about the numbers, it's about the chitter chatter, the bookish banter in the comments, and me just chatting away to you. Anyway, can I sum up the video any more succinctly? No, because it's an inability I have. I think this is why I talk to you guys so often, because it's a great bookish outlet, because nobody else listens to me, apart from the OH, but sometimes he doesn't. And the dogs, and they get tired and listen to me. Anyway, like it says, until next time, when I see you in another bookish video, happy reading, and I will see you in another bookish video very, very soon. Cheerio!